Right, welcome, good evening. Second edition, of course, of Fiifi-Manfred Senior. We resumed the Insha. So the first video of the day was obviously from Insha. This is the second one for the day. I was on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I may add my channel. We'll go back again. So tomorrow and for the rest of the year, hopefully, we'll go back to our 3 contents per day. And no party was on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Then we'll do the one in the afternoon from Insha, and then of course you have the third one from Enumeno as on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And we are back. We are back unabated. Yeah, Baba, you know, consistent. Now let's know. I say back to back near the amount. Why enjoy now let's know as on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So subscribe to the channel now. Subscribe to the channel now, turn your notification. Make sure say in the notification turn no. We choose all. Send it anytime your content ever drop you are first to have it. May catch you for the very first time. Say Chelsea new centre back Omunyano. The boy is back. Our London. The boy now could do our London. And I'm going to tell you exactly what Chelsea's plans are for him. And the plan to move in and go and get a job done for Chelsea player Omunyano over the last week for first player Chelsea for the international region is going to be. There's also good news. And yeah, they got to tell our Chelsea training grounds now. We've seen some good news over there for Chelsea Football Club. And it's the fact that Lavia is in there. According to Football Math, when the score comes to no player in the English Premier League has made more tackles and interceptions combined than Moises Caicedo this season. No player and more interceptions and tackles won combined than Lavia and Moises Caicedo. Obviously, in the last game we saw Reece James on the bench. He's also back. Aaron and Salmino are back now. I'll say last summer. Abrana all didn't come about Chelsea, no, Enzo Fernandez didn't come. Now, in Common Enzo Fernandez revealed something to him. We'll get into it as the analysis goes on. I say near the sound come on. And now, obviously, Arsenal were able to beat Brentford. And see, so what should the difference between Arsenal and Chelsea? So, besides, what's the difference between Arsenal and Chelsea? And when Enzo Maresca did say, he said, Chelsea a little bit far off from Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool. That Arsenal goal against Brentford is a classic example. Arsenal went down by a goal to 0. A very stubborn Brentford side. So, first goal. Very stubborn Brentford side. They went into a 4-4-2 aggressive mid-block. But the thing is that Sobos are 4-4-2 deep will be against big teams or English Premier League. The thing is that they will kill you. They will press and counter press you. And until I can say, sad game in Chelsea and Ipswich style boy. For me, the first mistake that was committed by Enzo Maresca, apart from say all-starting Axel Disasi, was playing Joao Felix to keep the width. In a game like that, immediately you concede, you are so susceptible because you will not win 10 overs. You will not win, you will not win your counter press. You will not be effective in your counter press because you need somebody to be the trigger for the counter press. When Marco Correa is inside as an inverted forward, he is a trigger for the counter press or pressing counter press. So we need duels or them. Now, when you don't have Marco Correa in there and you have Joao Felix and you're a natural Juma, Joao Felix is better on the ball. Without the ball, he will give you something. He will do or he will force himself. But he can't give you what Marco Correa will give you without the ball. And that's the first issue that Chelsea really had, apart from someone starting a branch your friend Axel Disasi. Or some match, big one match, right? But it was something else for me. Had an issue in there. And I mean, when Arsenal were playing against Brentford, Arsenal had all the tools to press and counter press. And for minutes, almost pinning Brentford for the back. In fact, throughout the game, they pinned them back consistently. Pressing, counter pressing, being aggressive, being in their face, and that's exactly how you play against teams in Brentford on your stomach. So, Onya overboard, now almost critical now what come sir. Immediately you lose possession, you press and counter pressing, so that you can pin them back and then create sustained spells of pressure because really that's what makes the difference in games like that. But if you don't create sustained spell of pressure, that's a ball could do normal ball long, then they hold that play, then momentum got into their side, they grow in confidence, then once they score a second, go and kill off the game. But when you play in a game like that, you press them, you counter press them, you are aggressive, you are in their faces, then you get a chance to get back into the game, and that's the Arsenal for now. And now Gabriel was solid. Of course, now we had more China. Madrid are back in the Spanish La Liga, and it's going to be a big one between team and your friend Real Madrid and obviously team your friend Valencia. It's been a huge set of games for Real Madrid and Valencia. Now, Florentino Perez have summoned the board of directors for January 7th to start process of the elections for president and the board of directors for the next 4 years. Obviously, I'm sure Florentino Perez is going to be up for re-election or Real Madrid. Or Carlo Ancelotti is aware that fella Mendy is going through a difficult period and wants to get him back to his best. Those within the team agree that he must take a step forward. Of course, Salah Mendy has certain issues of the performances in recent times where he's not really performing very well. He's not really up to speed of the kind of performance he needs to bring to Salah Mendy and the matches now. And that's exactly what Adia Abrantia, your friend Salah Mendy, Carlo Ancelotti discusses. They want to get him back to his best. They want to get him backfiring. They want to get him playing some good football. Our FC Real Madrid and starting a more China game Omni team friend Valencia Airborne. And now in the open training session, there was of course a very pleasant sight of Abrantia Feno, Kylian Luton Mbappe. The reaction to Madrid telling Mbappe to close his legs. Or catch Jude Bellingham so on can tum no the honor here joining now a board honor issues. Of course, Madrid for in himself, it's a good telepathic relationship between Jude Bellingham and Abrantia Feno, Vinicius Jr. It's been an exciting time. There's an update with Trent Alexander-Arnold in the last 3 years over the Mario Catania, and I reported was Real Madrid are really confident and believe that they have convinced Trent Alexander-Arnold to join their project, and that is really the dream of team friend Real Madrid. And then, the lead up to Sam match, or against Valencia, Carlo Ancelotti in the pre-match press conference, and it's exactly some of the things that Carlo Ombisana about Barca and the Atletico de Madrid. Carlo said, who is more of a rival to Real Madrid? Ancelotti, it's the same. Both of them, and Atletico, Barcelona, and Real Madrid, all have the same chances to fight for the La Liga. And he goes on to talk about the facts, a bad moment for Barcelona. I think no one expected it after the great level they showed at the beginning. Ancelotti, David Alaba is close to play games in January 20th. We will rotate more now, especially in defense. Alaba has started training with us. Talking about Alaba, Waba back to full fitness, any training for Tima, your friend of FC Real Madrid. Of course, the news at Barca and his branch, your friend Dani Olmo is not going to play any more football for team and friend FC Barcelona. And Laporta and Javier Tebas were at each other's necks trying to make sure they go in and then get results and find a way to register branch friend Dani Olmo win. And our branch friend Juan Laporta say he is not going to resign as FC Barcelona president. In fact, according to Juan Laporta, he's still going to go on as FC Barcelona president. And there is elections due in no time. Juan Laporta has no intention of resigning or throwing any of his own people under the bus. But at the same time, he has not found solution to the disaster at the end of the year. And that's exactly what I mentioned. The fact that Madrid, Barcelona have failed to register branch friend Dani Olmo, something that is really pathetic and disappointing on the part of FC Barcelona. It's something that they would want to look at. Barca have just informed us that Dani Olmo and Pau Victor will be registered. That is what Catalonia Radio Air reported. Saying then you may have the breaking, and they said Barca finally found a breakthrough and they will be able to register branch friend Dani Olmo and Pau Victor. And then in training, Dani Olmo Koko PMO doing all of the training and making sure that we're starting wire Juma for team friend Dani Olmo. They say that there's going to be optimism for both players, for both Dani Olmo and Pau Victor. Obviously, Lamine Yamal are back into the conversation and training for team friend FC Barcelona. And of course, Barcelona will look to get to winning ways as the season draws into the middle part. Of course, first half of the season, and now Chelsea boy, I friend Aaron Anselmino. Chelsea boyfriend Aaron Anselmino of free Argentina Equaco PMO with a new team with Chelsea team last start your training. Make sure say the lack of aggression and physicality with Chelsea at is really affecting them. So what is happening is that Chelsea are trying to call back a branch friend Aaron Anselmino. They are calling him on 2 grounds. Somewhere last year around this time, Aaron Anselmino had some small slight injury issue. And Chelsea for the Philly said Boca Juniors when they did not manage it well. So when they let the boy to be there, the plan was clear. Said they were going to call back a branch here friend Aaron and Selmino to come back to Chelsea and then come and start playing for them to do some form of rehabilitation. And then Chelsea went in there, had a conversation with Aaron and Selmino and a River Plate for them to try and get him back. And then Aaron and Selmino was in a flight from Argentina to get back to England. And there was a video I'm a person in each when Aaron and Selmino was speaking to journalists about how he feels coming back to team your friend at Chelsea to come and start playing with them. He's going to be a backup to the centre backs now at Chelsea. Olmo Bisa on a specific question was asked on whether he will go to South America Cup, which takes place in a month. And I'll say, I don't know if I'm going to play in the South American Cup. I haven't said anything yet. It would be something very nice over there. Now, I'll say time in our last season about Chelsea, about Enzo Fernandez. And on the Enzo Fernandez, they didn't come. I went there, everything is very good. And I'm very happy. I spoke with Enzo Fernandez. And Olmo Bisa, the journalist asked him about, I said, coach Chelsea, what Aaron and Selmino in Spanish. And he said, I am happy with this new opportunity. A dream of any footballer, said Aaron and Selmino. So, let's go back. Lenkonko T and Sama Aaron and Selmino with respect to when he's going to Chelsea training with a senior team and how good he is going to be, how good it's possibly going to be for Olmo as a player and every other thing that comes with it. Then we'll come and continue the analysis now on Fiifi-Manfred. Let's listen to Aaron and Selmino. Yeah, so that was Aaron and Selmino ending in coma with the when he was at the airport trying to join Chelsea first team, and the plans for football, how he's going to play the football, whether he's excited to go and play in there for Chelsea Football Club, and it's uncommon now. And that's exactly what Aaron and Selmino, like I did say, he's going to be more like a backup to Chelsea team, to Chelsea centre backs now. And when Chelsea need an aggressive centre back, if it's good enough, Enzo Maresca is definitely going to throw him on there and they're going to play some good stuff over there. And Cole Palmer this summer has been, last month, has been nominated for Premier League Player of the Month. And 4 out of 5 months, I'm nominated Cole Palmer, obviously, Player of the Season, contender, pile, and one of the good things, and he who Chelsea training, and he said, Abrantia Freno, Romeo Lavia, back to full fitness, and then or your team training. It's very, very good news, Maka. So Romeo Lavia and your fit are very frustrating because that extra physicality in the team here, Lavia added to the team. And that means that in Chelsea balls are matching against team my friend Ipswich Town. Chelsea easily could have inverted Abrantia Freno, Moise Caicedo from right back, then Tosin Adrabia would have gone to play at RCB. Then you have Abrantia Freno Levacola CCB. Then you play Marco Correa as part of the 3 centre backs on the left hand side. Now, what that would have meant is that Chelsea would have enough players in Moise Caicedo and Romeo Lavia to press and counter press aggressively and to win the ball and then play forward in there. But that's something that I've not seen. But this weekend, I'm very excited. Say Chelsea most likely will see with James back playing football. Chelsea most likely will see Romeo Lavia back playing football in there. And of course, Chelsea players normally are very, very important for them. It looks as if Chelsea slowly are going to get Olmo boys back to come and play some good football for themselves because these are very, very important players. Maka said the mistakes that was done in the Ipswich game, Enzo Maresca tends to have some issues, Kakra, when he's playing against, when he's coming to the December area last season, when he was at Leicester City. We're seeing it again this time with Chelsea. We're expecting, said, from Crystal Palace side or Aircon, the next game, Chelsea are going to do well over there in there in terms of how good he can be over there. The most defensive errors leading to goal, Chelsea, 41 of them throughout last season. It's something that Chelsea would want to reduce when it comes to the kind of defensive errors that they made in there. Marco Correa, in an interview, spoke about the role and Enzo Maresca and how important. I think if you look at the first half of the season, we have been doing very well. Of course, we want to win every game, and the last few results are disappointing. But if we can play our best like we have been doing, then we know we are capable of pushing forward on the table and doing very, very well over there. That's Marco Correa. No, the players, no Aiden Kumo. Southampton for new boss, a friend of Ivan Jurash. One of the things that planning saying Chelsea could do to reduce the pressure on our Brentford friend Romeo Lavia, and then to get some players coming in to come and play in January, and say either of saying Chelsea be free back our Brentford friend Andre Santos and as our Brentford friend Leslie Ugochukwu. But what we are hearing is that Chelsea may not call any of them. They want them to continue their development and then not put too much pressure on Romeo Lavia. Calm down for him. Chelsea should be able to manage with the midfield depth now. Omokitane or Honam. And then Southampton forward your friend Aaron Juric. I say I want that he stays here. I think he has great potential. The people from Chelsea are not stupid. He is really young guy at 20 years old, and it's not always easy to work with youngsters, but he's really good with the potential over there. Levico also didn't come on with Sky Sports on the PL after that loss to the game against Ipswich Town. Cole said, we all know where we are as a team. Of course, there is a lot of talk on what outside world, but we don't buy into that. So yeah, I think our confidence hasn't changed. More hasn't changed. And we are just looking forward to the next game, taking it game by game over there with respect to Levico. And he went on, I'll say Levico rules out Chelsea out of title race, like they've been saying for a while now. I'm talking about how he has been there. In fact, and then Romeo Lavia and Casa a posti on one Casa in the picture over there on the training session. Okay, on one he is back in there to come and play some good football. As a player, and the fact that he believes so he is fully back to Chelsea and everything that they want to do. Like I did say, I don't think there are going to be some major ins and outs at Chelsea. The only major thing is that Brentford friend Aaron and Salmino is back into the fray of Chelsea Football Club, and Chelsea really have wanted him to come in and come and play some good stuff. They've wanted him. They want to push him. They want to make sure Brentford, your friend Aaron and Salmino will come in and play over there. Chelsea have been linked to several strikers, including Ipswich, Liam Delap, Newcastle's Alexander Isak. But I doubt that Chelsea will buy any striker in January. What they would want to do is I don't think so. When Stanley, any steward will make any right decision, they will do an assessment of what they have to do, of the players that they have, and then later they will see if they are going to get any player in the summer. I think that's going to happen, especially in the summer. That's when they are going to do that in the summer. I think that Chelsea will add more players to our team, and then definitely they will go on and get some stuff. Paradise just, of course, when it comes to how good these players can be and how good these staff can be, the players now, of course, Marcus Rashford, and then it looks as if he's changing his plans of Manchester United. A lot of the people are now saying that Marcus Rashford rejects 3 offers on Saudi Pro League, worth up to £35 million a year. Wants to join a club and leader gives him chance to winning back an English place. United may listen to offers in January after Rashford missed 5 games. I doubt that Marcus Rashford is going to leave in January. I doubt Brentford friend Marcus Rashford every free team in him as it stands now in January. I really do think that there are going to be a few more games to go on and play from now till the summer before he's going to move in there. Of course, Manchester United for coach Ruben Amorim would want to go on and play some good football and have the players in it. Brentford friend Victor Gyökeres, he'd want him back into his team. It's a player that he'd want him in there with respect to what he can do and how good he'll want to come into the team when it comes to Ruben Amorim. The quality of player Ruben Amorim beats the players now in terms of the games that they are going to play. Our English Premier League, it looks like something that's really going to go on and happen over there. So it's our goal that he has now. Of course, this is where we draw the curtain. Our Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We'll bring you some more analysis in the morning. Like we said, from tomorrow we are going back to 3 videos a day. Starting from the morning, then we'll go to the afternoon and the evening, and of course we'll start to the Betway bets and picks. Also for long bets for the weekend, we get some for midweek. We get some also for the weekend Saturday, Sunday night. The bets now bro on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So I'm gonna subscribe to the channel now. Michelle, subscribe to the channel now. Turn on notification. In the notification turning, make sure to be choose all. Now choose all, so I don't share link now. I'm for analysis now. If you share Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Until then, do take care. Happy New Year, and then bye bye to you. Also subscribe.